and I welcome you to the World News. I'm Medavi. Now recently China's President Xi Jinping went on a European tour and visited 3 countries: France, Hungary and Serbia. Now obviously his tour to Hungary and Serbia was not that high profile. Mainly the world was watching what Xi Jinping does in France, and I was noting one thing that many geopolitical analysts focused on: body language. How does Emmanuel Macron meet? There is almost an image of a hug with PM Modi, as if 2 very old friends are meeting, who used to go together in school many years ago. Whereas Emmanuel Macron has kept a more formal approach with Xi Jinping. Here you will be able to see French President Macron with Chinese Chairman Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, to give political highlights for him, yet with a different body language. And let me tell you, the main objective of Xi Jinping is that France, a European power, whose president now openly says that Europe can die, now has as much trust in the USA as it did at one time. Xi Jinping wants France to become a very important partner of China, and it can damage India and Europe as well. And I am not the only one saying this. You will see many articles published in India about this, that Xi Jinping is courting France. Courting means that when you are trying to attract someone, and India has to keep in mind that France is a very important European partner of India. It may not get seduced, seeing the growing power of China. And in India there was also a region of concern. First of all, the grand welcome given to Xi Jinping worth seeing. Here you will be able to see that Xi Jinping has received a grand welcome, and a red carpet welcome in France. However, many people who were raising slogans for the independence of Tibet have also demonstrated on the streets in many places in France, but where he was going to Xi Jinping, he was cleared from there. And Emmanuel Macron himself welcomed Xi Jinping here. And the European media has published this headline that Macron is meeting Xi Jinping. Both are emperors in themselves who are sitting on the edge of war. As you know, there is a possibility that China and ASEAN countries, Philippines, or a war may start between Taiwan. And similarly, France may get caught in a larger war because of Ukraine against Russia in the future. This is a possibility. Now, here your question will come: that basically, what does China want from France? And what does France want from China? Look, here you have to understand that the American media is clearly saying one thing, that China wants these people to completely divide Europe. France on one side, Germany on the other side, and Europe should be completely divided. The countries of Europe among themselves feel divided. And then China can easily make the countries its partner one by one, the way China had almost done this with Italy under the Belt and Road Initiative. You had remember Italy was the first European country to join Belt and Road Initiative road project. Later, under the pressure of G7, Italy took reverse gear, and they pulled themselves out of the Belt and Road project. So this is China's long-term plan. Apart from that, Xi Jinping has been said that do not do the decoupling with China that is being done at the behest of the USA, which the US is constantly trying to do to move their companies away from China, to reduce trade with China. In all this, Europe has to study. There is no need to do so. What benefit does Europe get? This of course would have to be said by China, because the USA is no longer giving that level of security guarantee to Europe. Indo-Pacific has become the military priority of USA. Hence you saw that recently Emmanuel Macron also said that Europe can die. And I had also made a video on this topic, by the way. Here you will be able to see it if you want. If you want proper information on this topic, then you can search this video. I have done a very in-depth analysis of the problems of France and Europe here. Now you have understood what China wants from France. Now what does France expect from China? 2 things, one in the long term, one in the short term. In the short term, they want to convince Russia by any means possible, tell Russia to end the war in Ukraine, because of the war in Ukraine, Germany and France, a lot of loss is being incurred. At one time, the energy which used to go from Russia in the form of natural gas, in the form of petroleum, is now not able to reach the whole of Europe. Due to this, energy prices in Europe are continuously increasing. Inflation is continuously increasing, their economy is not growing, and at the same time these countries now have to spend a lot of their money to arm Ukraine. This is a major problem for France. Apart from this, he has said here to Xi Jinping that, we would absolutely like to build a larger trade network with you, but first you have to give open access to your market for that. The European countries should give them entry into your market. Now China remains quite defensive on this matter. I do not think that France will get any success here. But both the countries have sent a message to the world that we have options. Here you will be able to see the visuals. They have shown to Xi Jinping the very important industries of France. Here you will be able to see how these people make wine in France. They have shown it here, and have presented very good photos in front of the world media, It looks like a full Disney type. It looks like that Winnie the Pooh is standing with his friends and these French people are dancing. It's all about visuals. See these visuals, they have been seen in India as well, in USA. Both the big countries of the world have told that for once we can take a big geopolitical turn. And relations can also improve if our interests are aligned. In itself, I would say that this visit of Xi Jinping to France is very important. Nothing substantial has come out, no big deal has been signed, but both the countries have tried to build an understanding, and France has sent a message to the USA that the country which does not even give a red carpet welcome to your foreign minister, we welcome him in this manner. In the country. So in the coming time you will see that the relations between France and China will be in the news a lot. There is a possibility that in future Emmanuel Macron will again visit China. Then some major updates will come, again I will say some deal signed. It has not happened yet, you can say something groundbreaking has not happened, just hands are being joined. If some big deal comes in the future then I will bring a video on it for you later. Finally I will ask you here a question. Which country has recently again become India's #1 trading partner? Many articles have been published on replacing USA. Here are your options: Saudi Arabia, Russia, China or Japan. Answer in the comment section. I will give heart to the comment of those who give the correct answer, so that others can understand what is the correct answer. And finally on this note, this is the end of the video. Thank you for listening, and as I always say, may the gods watch over you.